look at this. Sunrise got me putting up the green screen talking about Gundam. What a goddamn time to be alive, huh? Well, let's just get into it. Now, as an old head when it comes to Gundam, I've seen various types of mobile suits. I've seen the old ones. I've seen the new ones. This is a new one. This is like a whole different world of Gundam. And god damn it, it makes me have a lot of feelings. Now, before we actually get into the video, I do want to apologize for the quality because this is spontaneous. I had like 2 energy drinks earlier today, and I was like, holy fuck, I need to make a goddamn video because I just can't stop thinking about this mobile suit and this whole new anime and everything that's revolving around it. So bear with me, quality may be shit, but I'm going to do my best. I'm also going to be using the aid of my phone because I cannot remember shit anymore, so I got notes and everything, and be just kind of like looking at the website while I'm going at it. Now we got the G-Quacks. That's how my wife calls it. She looked at the katakana, she's like, that's motherfucking quacks right there. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna call it G-Quacks. Some people are saying G-Cucks. It's not that. It's definitely like quacks or something along that line. There was some kind of, I think a PV that actually said the name. Look, I haven't watched it, or maybe I did watch it, I just kind of overlooked it. I'll get the name right sometime, but y'all know how I am with dialects and everything. I'm fucking crazy when it comes to it. So this is obviously Kara and Sunrise collaboration. Kara, the company that actually produced the rebuild of Evangelion, which everyone's talking about. Oh, Anno's making a Gundam. This is Anno's Gundam. This is 100% Evangelion in Gundam. It's not really the case. He has a writing part in it, but it's not like he is the sole decider. He's not like the producer, director, fucking lead animator, mech designer, and all that. Sure, he's gonna have influence. His team is gonna have influence, as you can see by the mobile suit, by some of the aesthetics. But I'm not gonna call this like straight up like Evangelion and Gundam. It's Gundam that has some inspiration from the development team from the those other series or movies, I should say. So I'm not gonna clickbait this video and just say like, oh, if you like Evangelion, you're gonna like this anime, because I don't know shit and no one else knows shit about how this anime is gonna be, but it looks interesting. So let's just go into the mobile suit, the G-Quacks. Look, this thing is goddamn bizarre. I look at this shit and I'm like, this is hideous. This is a mangled mesh of just colors, weird shapes, weird design choices. I fucking hate the elbows, even though like the elbows are kind of like, it's kind of like how a mecha would probably be in terms of like elbow design, but it's just like, I look at them like, this makes me mad. These elbows don't look right. And then I looked at it longer, and I think I was like looking at this for about an hour and a half, just looking at it, just confused. And then I started feeling something right down in my plums. I felt desire. I felt energy. I felt like this is going to be fucking peak. The more I looked at the design of this monstrosity, the more I looked at it, right? This is fucking art. It's not even a monstrosity anymore. I started shifting my entire viewpoint, and I was at work the whole time. I couldn't even focus at work. I was like, this shit right here is going to be like a next step in Gundam. And I know that sounds weird. That sounds bizarre, and it's like, damn, sipping on Kool-Aid and all that. Y'all probably thought the same case was with IBO, right? Kind of really wasn't. IBO was like, it feels kind of traditional in some areas. G-Witch had a lot of great, like, storytelling. Characters were kind of okay. But I don't think it's really, like, revolutionized Gundam. It brought a lot of new fans into it, sure. But I don't think it really revolutionized Gundam. But this, I feel, we're going to talk about the design of the mobile suit, because it's not even a Gundam, it's a mobile suit. I think this is really shaking up the definition of what Gundam is. Gundam has always kind of been traditional in a way. It's always been like, oh, red, white, blue, yellow. That's the color scheme of the Gundam. Hey, you gotta have this kind of like aesthetic, and this little gimmick. But this looks like it's gonna be its own thing entirely. sure, it's gonna have some cues from Evangelion in terms of limb proportions and like overall stylistic, the way it arcs its body. It kind of looks a little bit Evangelion inspired, but I'm not gonna just outright call it's an Eva. No, it's its own thing, and I love that about the Quacks. It is super unique. It is fucking art, like straight up. When I look at that mecha, this is something I need in my collection ASAP. Now, just to read a little bit of the data, it does say a mysterious state-of-the-art mobile suit piloted by Mafiuyu. Mafiuyu is that chick, the main chick. We're going to talk about her in a little bit. But it participates in clan battle as part of the Pomeranians. So I guess Pomeranians is like the clan name, and that basically explains the giant Pomeranian sticker that's on it. That shit is fucking awesome. I love that. I looked at that Pomeranian, I'm like, okay, you sold me. I was starting to get sold, 100% sold on that. And look at this goddamn pose. Look at that shit. That is an awesome motherfucking pose. Now, I'm not really going to break down the aesthetics of this mobile suit, bit by bit. The one thing I do want to really point out is going to be the feet thruster type things. People are saying, like, it's not feet, it's landing gears. Sure, you can call it that. I don't care. I'm just calling it feet for simplicity. But the landing gears / feet, I think, is genius. I love it. I absolutely love it. I know people are like talking about stability, like, oh, is it gonna stand? Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. That's what action-based stands are for. I'm gonna put it on a stand, and guess what? I'm putting on those underneath those little thrusters. I am putting some thruster effect parts in that bitch, and it is going to look amazing. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. God, oh, it's so beautiful. It is just something that I think is going to win over the hearts and minds of all Gundam builders and all Gundam watchers all over the world. And people are going to look back on this moment in time saying like, oh, this isn't Gundam, # not my Gundam. We're going to look back on this with fondness and also embarrassment, because I didn't post anything like that, just for a record. But I was chatting about it. So I may not have gone on Twitter and said some stuff, but I did go on Discord and I said some stuff. But then quickly changed my tune when, like I mentioned, kind of just started looking at it a little bit longer, a little bit harder, and I'm just like, yeah, this is actually a really good fucking design. So I kind of jumped the gun a little bit too fast on my opinions. I was like, yeah, this is weird, it's odd, I don't like it. Put it back in the, in the pot, put it in the microwave, whatever, cook it again. No, it is good the way it is. In fact, I think this might be some of the best. This might be the best design of a mobile suit, lead mobile suit, that we've had in the past 10 years, in my humble opinion, but I need to see more. Alright, so moving past the mobile suit, let's talk about the characters really quick, because I don't know a lot. We just got the trailer, and the trailer has some good stuff in it, but I don't really know a lot, so I'm not going to go on a theory. It's like, oh, this character might be this type of personality, who might be this villainous, scheming individual who might double cross this person. This person's related. Like, I don't care. Right now, I'm just observing from a distance, and I'm not looking at spoilers, not looking at leaks. I'm just looking at it casually, probably how Bandai, Sunrise, and all of them wants us to look at it, not do some crazy deep diving and some theory crafting stuff. I don't care about that. I care about, hey, this character named Amate, Machu, she is like 80% just like eyes. Huge eyes, but style is really cool. She does wear a beanie when she's in her pilot suit, so that's probably the best. This is the best lead character. I don't care. Wearing a beanie is like just peak aesthetics. So yeah, she gets my vote. You got this other chick named Nyan. Yeah, like they mentioned in the trailer, it's a cute name. It's kind of weird. That's probably just her nickname, obviously, because it's just Nyan, like Seal or Kyo or Dio, So yeah, she looks cool. The whole yellow eye, purple hair thing is kind of anime trope at this point. So yeah, we'll see how she is. And then you got my boy Shuji. So Shuji is probably going to be, I don't know, he's probably like the specialty guy, like the guy that knows everything about Gundam, but maybe doesn't actually fight. I don't know. Like, I'm theory crafting right now. Like I said, I wouldn't. But he looks like a cool character. I'm pretty excited to see how his development is going to be throughout the show. But yeah, Shuji, it's a cool character. He has a robot on his head. That's pretty interesting and gimmicky. I like that for him. Good for him. All right, moving on from that, plot is going to be something like G Fighter. It looks like you got clan battles, kind of like sanctioned battles, a little bit like the Witch from Mercury that had like the same style with the duels. So we'll see. They say like, oh, you go for the head to win the battle, kind of the same as G Fighter and Witch from Mercury. Both go for the head. We'll see. I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. It's not super unique, but hey, I'm hoping that they could do something with this and make it at least fun. If it's not going to be unique, make it entertaining, make it enjoyable for me to watch. I'll be okay with that. I don't need everything to be a new gimmick, a new, craziness that's going to go on. Make it just fun. That's all I really want from my Gundam series. Let me indulge in it. Let me keep watching it, So we'll see what happens with the storyline, but I'm not really too worried about it at this point in time. So the whole point I'm just trying to make, guys, give the series a shot. Sure, maybe to you at this exact point in time when you're watching this video, you're probably thinking, this is not my aesthetic, it is not my style. Look, I don't know how to convince you. All I'm gonna ask is keep an open mind. I'm gonna keep an open mind, and I'm just really hoping that this is going to be successful. I hope it's going to be longer than 26 episodes, which for Mercury was just, I felt way too short. It kind of dragged on in the end. I got really bored, to be honest, past like episode like 16, 17. I was like, maybe it needs to be drawn out with more things filled in or something. I don't know. Nothing is going to beat the pacing and just the overall like aesthetic and storytelling that Gundam Age brought us. Gundam Age, absolute peak. I wish we can have something reminiscent of that. This will not be like Gundam Age, unfortunately, because nothing can be like Gundam Age. But I will always sit here and hope that we can get something as peak as Gundam Age. So, who knows? This could be ending up as my number 2 favorite Gundam series of all time. Hopefully that does take the cake. Other than that, guys, thank you all for watching, and hey, let's just go ahead, let's build some Gundams, together, enjoy the franchise, let's celebrate the 45th anniversary of Gunpla next year, because that shit is probably going to be crazy. Yeah, let's just have a good time and enjoy this fandom, but I'll be seeing you guys later if I make a video, when I make a video. Bye-bye.